and then they do everything to bring their parents back together. This charming story was invented by the great writer Erich Kästner. And upcoming on our right-hand side is a little monument dedicated to Erich Kästner. It's very small. It's a little pile of books made of bronze with a head on top of it. You can see it now on our right-hand side in front of his Vietnamese restaurant, because he grew up here in this area. Upcoming on our right-hand side, you can also see the artesian well of the Albert Square. This is the name of the square we are in now. And then you can also see the Erich Kästner Museum upcoming on our right-hand side. And there you can see a little boy sitting on the wall. And this museum is a villa which was once owned by a rich uncle of Kästner's. That's why the young Erich Kästner was sitting there when he was a boy. On our left-hand side, we have the beautiful circular area. Next to the right, please. This circular area with these two fountains here. Here. Sorry. Sorry. Great. Perfect. Yeah. And now we are in the inner new town of Dresden, and you can see mostly buildings from the 19th century on our right-hand side and from the 20th century on the left-hand side, but soon you're going to see genuine old townhouses from the Baroque era, which have survived World War II here. And this area has an interesting history because it was once called Alten Dresden, which means Old Dresden. And this Old Dresden was incorporated into the municipality in the 16th century, but then in 1685 there was a huge fire here which destroyed almost all of the buildings. But then, shortly afterwards, Augustus the Strong became the ruler of this country, and he gave order to reconstruct everything here in Baroque style. And so these beautiful townhouses were constructed according to very strict building regulations, and they survived the war, got really dilapidated during the post-war era, but then they also could be salvaged by investors in the 1990s. And today we have beautiful restaurants and cafes here, especially also shops and galleries, especially in the courtyards and passages between the buildings. On our left-hand side you can see the Japanese Palace, which is a building constructed and decorated in so-called chinoiserie style. That means they added elements of Asian architecture to it in the 18th century. This was very fashionable back then, to give buildings an exotic touch by doing that. But in this case it had a very special reason, because Augustus the Strong wanted to turn this building into a porcelain museum. He was a very passionate collector of porcelain. First he could only get